What's up, everybody, and welcome to the trade show. Now today I'm coming to you all live from Burke Equipment right here in Del Mar, Delaware. And I have with me a very special guest. I have one of my best friends and cousin, Mr. Dave Bloodsworth. And Dave is a salesman right here at Burke Equipment. But not only that, Dave is also an avid duck hunter. And we're gonna sit down with Dave today and we're gonna talk to him all about what he has going on at Burke. And also we're gonna talk to him a little bit about duck hunting season. You guys ready for that? You ready, Dave?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. We'll see you back here in 1 second. So Dave, man, look, I really appreciate you coming on the show here today.
Trader, thank you for having me, man.
I know I've been bugging you to do this for a while.
It's been a little while.
Well, you're a superstar, so
yeah, I hear you.
Anytime I can get a guy like you on the show, I'm trying to do that.
You got me blushing.
I know that. I know that. Well, look, I've known you. Hell, I've known you longer than you've known yourself.
Yeah,
I was there the day you were born.
35 years.
That's right. A long time. A long time. And I think pretty much everybody on Delmarva knows David Bloodsworth. Especially if you duck hunt or buy farm equipment or construction equipment or anything like that. But for the people who don't know you, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourself now?
Well, I'm 35 years old. I'm from Del Mar. I live in Laurel, happily married, have a beautiful wife, great family. We both know someone that, used to say I'm the richest man in the world because of the people around me.
That's right. That's right.
But just pretty simple, down-home guy. Try to be as humble as possible, and what you see through the week isn't going to be any different than what you see on Saturday night or Sunday morning at church.
That's the truth. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you do here at Burke, and don't be humble about it.
What I do here, I'm a salesman, so I ride around, talk to customers, deliver equipment, problem fixer, answer the phone. That's what a guy, Jamie Joseph, who works at Case, told me when I first got into this business is be honest and call people back and you'll do just fine. And I try to live by that.
I always say that, man. It's always about the follow up. Follow up is key. This guy is being a little humble, so I'm not gonna be humble for him. I'll tell you right now, all right? Anybody out there who's watching, especially if you're in the commercial real estate game, contractor, developer, farmer, whatever it is, if you're looking for equipment, this is the guy to call right here, straight up, Dave Bloodsworth. Now, how'd you get into this?
Well, I got into this, family friend, you know him too, Robert Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
So I got out of high school, decided college wasn't for me. I went to Del Tech for like a year, played on the golf team, and ended up playing 18 holes a day and drinking beer at some little pub that they let us drink, when we were underage. So after that, I started working for Robert and, driving tractors, bobcat loaders, skid steer loaders, stuff like that. In 2009, the economy went south, and I got a job at UniFirst.
Yeah.
I worked that job for about 5 years, and Bobcat had moved up the street here in Del Mar. I approached them about, maybe taking a job, seeing if they'd hire me in the sales position, and guy was a little, flighty at first, but ended up talking them into hiring me, and I worked there for about 8 months, and I did pretty well. I sold a lot of equipment, but they ended up pigeonholing me in Kent County, Dover. In Kent County, Maryland as well. Both the Kent counties on the north side, and we didn't have a presence up there. We didn't have a store, and it was going to be really hard to work and make money. And I came down here and talked with Mark, the general manager. I've also known him a very long time, and just kind of asked him, if I was going to make it, and he responded pretty bluntly, no. And within, I think, 4 or 5 days, I was sitting in front of the owner here and had a job that very same day. And best move I ever made. The rest is history.
I think you were born for this position. Honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
I really do. So you've talked about another competitor, and obviously there's a lot of competition, especially in our area within. Hold on a minute. Del Mar Power's on line 1. Hold on real quick.
It's not Teresa Trader.
I hope not, right? So anyhow, what I was going to ask you is, so there is a lot of competition within this space, within the equipment space in our area. What do you think sets Burke Equipment apart from the rest of the competition?
Well, for me and a lot of our customers and everyone else, it's the family atmosphere. We're a family-owned business. Our owners are very involved, especially our store, from the general manager to, the parts guy we just hired. It's a family setting in here. We're like a family. Like, everybody gets along. We love each other. I mean, we go to war for each other, and that's easy to see on the outside, and it's evident by how hard each and every one of the salespeople work in here, and there's guys behind the scenes working every bit as hard as we do.
I'll tell you, when you approach things from a family dynamic and you treat your customers like family, and that level of service just can't be replicated.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's funny because the company I work for, Rainier Development, they're family owned, small, independent, and I've had tons of opportunity to go other places, and no disrespect to anybody else, but I think growing up in the family that we grew up with, it's important that we work and service people and are a part of something that's family driven.
Absolutely.
So anyhow, we talked about what sets Burke apart. All right. Now I know you're humble, so I'm not going to ask you to say this, but what I think sets Dave apart as a salesman is, if you know him, he's just got that gift of gab. I mean, he does. The guy just has a way with words. And one of the things that he does that I've noticed is he does some of the best promo work in the game. I mean, this guy can market a piece of equipment on video like it's a damn infomercial. And so today, one of the reasons I really wanted him on the show is that I wanted him to do a promo for me on the trade show. And that's really why I have him here today. So Dave and I are going to go out, and Dave's going to do a promo on a piece of equipment. What are we going to see?
A KX057-5 excavator, new to market this year. Got some new features. We'll go over all of them and go from there.
I don't know what he just said. It sounds kind of Chinese or Delmarnese or whatever, but either way, we're going to go out, we're going to take a look at this excavator, and we'll see you back here in 1 second.
Hey guys, Dave Bloodsworth, Burke Equipment, Delmar, Delaware. I'm here showing you today a brand new KX057-5 R3AP. A lot of nomenclature, but I'll show you what some of it means. So the P, that means dual plumbed hydraulics. So essentially, you can put any other attachment that runs hydraulically on this machine and not have to worry about unhooking your thumb and tie strapping it to the stick. That's a big deal because that's a pain in the butt. We have an angle blade. I mean, that saves you in so many situations running these machines, backfilling trenches, stuff like that. A completely HVAC cab. I mean, look at all this glass. Your field of vision is great. You can, Trader, you can get in here with your church clothes. After, Sunday 12 o'clock match, you can be in here running this machine. I don't want to see you do it because you've never done it before, but you can do it. We have a 5-inch monitor, which is new this year. It just gives you all electronic readouts of everything important on the machine, fuel, engine oil, temperature, just everything that you would need is right there at your fingertips. And then the rest of the controls, man, everything is just set up in this thing so ergonomic, it's comfortable. We have a Bluetooth radio, so you can listen to your 90s Jay-Z battle raps that you talk about so much. But I mean, just a fantastic machine. Pilot controls, don't let me forget that part because they are so reliable and don't fail. And just like, our service tech here says, if he had to make a living working on Kubota excavators, he'd go broke. This is the machine, Trader, man.
Wow, I'll tell you what, I could watch Dave do that all day long. I'm serious, man. You're like a natural at that. I have no idea. The guy should be like on Outdoors Delmarva or something. At least have his own segment.
Well, Trader, I can't sell commercial real estate, so we each have our,
yeah, but
what we're good at.
You're very natural. I have to kind
of thank you, brother.
It takes me a little while to come up with what I'm saying. You just spout that off.
I appreciate it.
It's very impressive. But look, I didn't come here today just to see a promo video. I didn't come here today just to talk to you about equipment. Okay? I also came here today to talk to you about duck hunting because I know it's duck hunting season. I know you're an avid duck hunter, one of the best in the area, world renowned, Delmarva renowned.
Yeah, right.
Right? Now, from what I hear, you're the man. You're the man. So anyhow, what's going on this season? Talk about duck hunting a little bit.
Well, the second split in Maryland is this week and next week. Then Delaware, we have their second split overnight. We have a Canada goose season, I think Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They've kind of reduced the limit on Canada geese the past couple of years, so we only get so many days to hunt. But yeah, just looking forward to getting out there and having a good time with a bunch of buddies. And deer season in Delaware is right now, so that's always a big hoot. Go out, shoot a deer, butcher shot, maybe have a couple cold Coca-Colas or whatever may have you. So we have a good time.
Coca-Colas, I hear you. Speaking of butcher shops, we'll plug Hastings Butcher Shop, Laurel, Delaware, while we're here. Hastings Butcher Shop, great butcher shop. Tips. You got any tips for our viewers that duck hunt?
Yeah, just go, man. Go out there and enjoy it and put your cell phones down. Leave your cell phone. Just enjoy nature. Yeah. Just be out there. That's the biggest argument I have with a lot of society now is the Instagram and the TikTok and just go enjoy, God's green earth, man. Just get out there.
No, special decoy. What's the best decoy you can use?
Well, I mean, I use some Avian X decoys and stuff like that, but I mean, that's kind of personal preference. I like a lot of decoys, and I like to move them if the ducks aren't coming. It's because, the decoys aren't right. It's because the ducks aren't here. It's not because of that. It's because the decoys aren't right. So you got to spend a lot of time moving decoys.
And you're also real good at calling.
I can call a little bit, yeah.
So that leads me to the next part of the show. So we are on the trade show, and the thing is, I always got to make a trade. All right?
Okay.
So I got a trade for you today.
Now, let me hear it.
So check it out. So I've got with me the Trader duck hunt hats. You guys have seen the duck hunt hats. That's right. And I know Mark is all about these. Mark,
Oh yeah, Timmons, our general manager, absolutely.
That's right. So I got one for you, and I got one for Mark. But there's something I wanted to exchange. So Dave is like the man at duck calling. Like,
you're getting a little over the top.
No. Come on, this guy wins like contests at the Waterfowl Festival.
No. I don't win contests at the Waterfowl Festival. That's a little.
But you have one contest.
I've won a couple contests.
And you just emceed the Waterfowl Festival.
The World Goose and the Champion of Champions.
He just emceed the Waterfowl Festival. So anyhow, I want you to do some duck calling on the show here for us.
We can do that. We can do that. So
let's do it.
Also, we got a little dog that one of my buddies from North Carolina set me up, and we'll do a little demonstration with him because you got a cute little dog on your duck hunt hats too. So
That's right.
We'll segment it all right together.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's go, Charlie.
All right, we're gonna go out. We're gonna take a look at Dave's dog, and we'll be right back.
So I had to put a hunting dog down. He was about 13. He was a day shy of his 13th birthday. Upsetting, the whole nine. I got a buddy down in North Carolina, Old Mill Retrievers, Mr. Dylan Bass, has sent me a dog up, one of his personal dogs to hunt for hunting season. So since it's a duck hunt show, here's Mr. Holt. Yeah. So we're going to try to throw a bumper. We're going to hope Mr. Holt here doesn't break because he doesn't have the shock collar yet. So before we throw the bumper, we make duck sounds just like you were talking. Sit. Sit. Holt. So he does it. I mean, he's after it. Good dog. Oh boy. Boy. Come on up here. Come on, heel. No, fat. Oh.
I'll tell you what, David, that's a good looking dog.
He's a tough little dog, man.
And I know you miss Ace.
I do very much, but he's a very awesome replacement. It's nice having a young dog around again, man.
Yeah,
it's real nice.
And for him to already be trained.
Yeah, I mean, the man hours that Dylan has in that dog training him, I couldn't do that right now with the job I have. I mean, he's helped us out a lot. I mean, that's awesome for him to do that for me.
And that's Dylan Bass with Old Mill Retrievers.
Old Mill Retrievers in Four Oaks, North Carolina, yeah.
Dylan Bass, Old Mill Retrievers, Four Oaks, North Carolina. If you're looking for a hunting dog, sounds like they got a call. All right, so back to the trade. All right, you've already done a little bit of duck calling.
I got a duck call here, and you said I had to blow the duck call in order to get the duck hunt hat.
Yeah.
But I also have a nice Kubota hat here. Okay. So
I'm looking for one more duck. Give me like what would you win the championship with?
Well, it was just like a little routine. I'm not going to do the whole routine, but you just try to sound like a duck sitting on the water. A couple quacks, a couple comeback calls, and just hope the judges like you the best.
Give me a good one.
There we go.
And for all you Delmar folks out there who might get this, I'll give you a bird dog quack. Make that duck go quack, 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 quack.
What's the matter with you, Jay?
We couldn't do this without doing
I
love you too, man. But look, we're going to wrap the show up. Is there anything else you want to tell our audience? Now's the time to do so.
Man, I really don't have anything. Thank you guys for supporting me and supporting Burke Equipment and Kubota, and I hope everybody loves our show.
And again, if you guys are looking for equipment, this is the man to call. If there's anybody else out there who's looking to trade an idea, a property, or just good conversation, give me a call, 443-614-4297, and we'll see you next time only on the Trade Show. Quack, 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 quack.